All right, today we're going to learn the halachas. I wanted to put this almost to the end. The halachas, sometime it's clear where you put the mezuzah, but sometimes it's questionable to the point, so confusing. The Aruch HaShulchan is mekatzer. He says, I can't explain everything in writing. He's mekatzer in this halachas, very much mekatzer. But the pashtus, when you have what's known, the mezuzah goes on the right side of the entrance when you enter the house, and that's how do we know that? So the Gemara in Menachos Daf Lamed Dalet, the Gemara says Omar Rabbe derech bioscha. That says of there bevei beisecha. From that the Gemara learned derech bioscha, from that word beisecha, derech bioscha min hayomin. Why? Who says min hayomin? That you put it as you come in on your right. When you start walking with the right. That's the first how you put the right foot first. So you do it on the right side. And it says all the poskim saying iter yad, somebody that he's left, it doesn't make a difference because it's the house is a shmira for everybody, not personally just for you. So we're going by the most of the world from the right side. The same Gemara in Yuma over there by the name of Rava. Probably it's either Rava or Rabbe, but that's how it brought. So, but kids, that's simple. That's everybody knows that that you put the mezuzah on the right. Now the question is, a lot of times, what is the right? For example, if you have two entrances to the house, you go from one side and the other side. Then there is a room. You go from one side. It's going to be going to this room. The right going to be from the other entrance one way, and if you go from the front door, the right into that room will be from another way. So it's a lot of such a place that's questionable. What's called the right side? Inside the house, you have rooms. You could go to them. Even you have, let's say, one entrance to your house. Within one room of the house, sometimes you have two doors to the kitchen. Let's say, two entrances to the kitchen. So where you see the entrance? If I go from one side, the right going to be on one side. I go on the other side, the right will be the opposite side. So it says it from the name of Rabbi Yehuda Amar Shmuel. It says like this: sometimes you don't know what's called right and left. You have two entrances, and you have in the middle of that room, you have a mechitza, let's say, and you could enter from one side that's going to be the right on one side, from the other side the right going to be on the opposite side. So it says, so it says in that case, that's like I said, in the name of Omer Rabbi Omar Shmuel, Ono Holchim Achar Heker Tzir. What's Heker Tzir? The Pirush. B'mokem shoyse achor shebesaf she'atzir adel sevev boy. Mamit shamad losses. Hu abayis. B'derech yemin shenechosen boy kovei oyse v'lo derech yemin kshetzim memena. So one Pirush, which is most poskim follow this Pirush. Heker Tzir means the hinges. Wherever you put the hinges, which is the door hanging on and rolling and moving, because they hang. So this is, it's called where you enter the house. So if you're coming from the outside and the hinges, wherever, if it's on your right side, that's heker tzir, and so that would be your entrance. Now, and same thing would be inside the house when you have inside the house rooms that you're not sure what's called yitzir, what's called knisa, depends on which side you come. Wherever the inches are, wherever the inches over there, that's going to be called from there you entering the house. That's going to be the yamin. That's like I said,
There's no hinges though.
Oh, so then there's no hinges b'chal. You mean there's no door altogether? Very good. That's machloikes Rambam and Rosh in b'chlal such a place chayav b'mezuzah. That's a machloikes. L'maisa in such a place you would put mezuzah without a brocha, or when you put the mezuzah with the brocha for the rest of the house, you put over there. So over there would be, as we're going to see from the levush, is very clear, wherever is the main entrance to. What is the main room? The main room is the living room or the kitchen. Okay, so you could argue. When you could argue, you could put them also when something is gray, you could put anywhere you want, really, because it could argue it's a gray area, so you can't say it's wrong or right. So, but when it's clear, Lamoshel, the Levush brings an example, Besach Choyrev. It used to be, when they didn't have a heating system for the whole house, they had a room with the winter, they used to, most of the time, spend time with that, Besach Choyrev, a winter room. So over there he says, doesn't make a difference where you come into this room from, where the hinges are. This is the room where you enter to. It's not like you're entering from there to somewhere else. This is the main room where you're entering to, he says. That's always going to be to the right, how you go to that room, regardless of the hinges, he says. That's, like I said, we're going to see soon, it's not
that would be the case also going to someone's house. It doesn't matter the hinges.
Oh, very good. The outside also, very good. The outside door always going to the house. The outside doesn't make a difference, the hinges. Because that's, you're going derech bi'oscha. That's the house. Outside is not the house. That's the kula alma. There's no lesman the palik that on the entrance to the house, we're going from the outside to the inside on the right side, regardless of the hinges. Very good. Now, all I'm saying is there's another prat in this hinges business, the derech heker tzir. Some people learn the pshat heker tzir, not where the hinges are, where the doors open to.
The direction it swings.
The direction it swings to, where the door opens to. So, according to them, the hinges could be right or left. If it's wherever it opens to, that's called by them a heker tzir, that it goes to. Now I'm going to read some of
For example, the door behind you.
Very good. I have two doors right here. One of the hinges on the right, and over there, the hinges also on the right. However, they open the opposite directions. Huh?
Over there, entrance this
Oh, very good. Over there, the inches on the left, and yeah. So it could be today. You could, maybe possibly that the olden days they put the hinges only one way, and that's why they call heker tzir. But anyway, so some are learning heker tzir meaning where the door opens to, it swings to.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Anyway, now there is another. You know what? I'm not gonna go to all the different ways how to learn this pshat in the Gemara. You know, I will bring the Rabbeinu, the Bes Yosef and Bedek Abayis bring the Rabbeinu Yoina. He says like this: when it says over here, we're going after Heker, it's a pirush. Going Shapesach Oya Pasuach L'Shus Harabim. You have an entrance going to from L'Shus Harabim, open to L'Shus Harabim, and you're going from Shas to the home. In Deles Achas, you have one door. Im Pesach Echad, you had one door going from outside of the house. Sometimes you have, we could have also sometimes two doors and big two doors, or it could be one big entrance with one door, and the person made inside this entrance to the house a mechitza. You could go to the right, you could go to the left. It says, "Also mechitza benem bepesach echad nichnosim bo anichnosim vayotzim mishus harabim labayis u'pesach habes nichnosim bo labayis ishta letznius." So he made a special entrance for the man. Then he has for the woman. He has another entrance. This way, his wife could work over there, and her section of the house is going to her section. But tznius, he says. So again, so lamaisa, you're opening one door. After you open one door, it splits to two. He said, "V'shnei elapta adeles echad soigram." When on the yodim lezet tzad yikor Pesach lotzum hamezuzah. So where you put the mezuzah over there? You put the mezuzah where you, meaning like this. Definitely according to the way Rabbeinu Yerucham understood, you put over there one mezuzah to that door, but the house was split in half. The entrance was split in half. One entrance going to where the man goes, the other entrance goes, the woman goes, like would be like in a shul also, such a scenario, let's say, in a shul you have going to Ezras Noshim. So what's called the entrance? Where you put the mezuzah? That's only one frame that you split in half. What's called the right over here? The right by the men's side would be, let's say, on the right, and if the entrance to the wood ladies would be then in the middle of over there. Says, "V'omrim halach heker tzir." Klomer oitzasach tzir delas tzaveh bokor Pesach. Lofnu b'mezuzah. Meaning, even you split the the door in the middle, you're not going to say the entrance where the women go in, because you go by heker tzir. By the way, it's not man woman. If even the woman would go, let's say, to the right, and the men will go to the left by this mechitza you put in the middle of the entrance, wherever the door, the hinges is on, that's called knisa. That's called the entrance. Over there.
Can you explain why heker tzir is necessary?
Because it looks like the heker tzir was the entrance to the house. That's how was the heker tzir on the right.
It's an indication.
That was the indication. And by the way, according to Rabban Yana, for sure, he does not agree with the pirush that heker tzir goes where the door opens to, swings to. Because in that case, where there was a mechitza in the middle, the door didn't swing in. You're going to destroy your wall if you're going to. It was opening outside. So from here you see the heker tzir by most Rishonim, the way they learn the pshat heker tzir, it's not where the door swings to, it's where the hinges are on. This will be the right side.
If it's clearly that the heker tzir is on what would be the left side, meaning clearly the main room is going, you know what I'm saying, you're going from the hallway to the kitchen.
Yeah.
But for some reason the door swings into the hallway.
Well, again, like I said, according to the levush, yeah, you're going by the main room. You ignore them. The heker tzir only when there's a sofek shaveh. When you're not sure, then you go there wherever the hinges are. Like I said, and some learn, especially that's the minhag Chabad where the door opens too. We're going to see the minhag Chabad by heker tzir. It's very, very stronger than the rest of the world. I'm going to mention it in a minute. Okay, then he says like this. And here's another an afkamina over here would be. You have an entrance going to your courtyard. Okay, so I said like this. If you have another entrance from the chotzer to Rishus Harabim, meaning you go to your courtyard, there's another door over there from a courtyard going to outside, and then there's another door going to the house and coming from the house to the courtyard.
It's like in New York, in the alleys. You have a house and a backyard, and then you have an alley.
Yeah, but the alley is not a door. We're talking about the real gate, a real door.
They have doors, part of alleys.
Okay, the doors. Okay, good. Oz is on the mezal buster heker tzir. Aval im en lechotzer pesach l'shus harabim oz yesh lekveh b'yemin knissim b'bayis lechotzer. Let's go with a simple scenario. If there's no way to get to the courtyard from the outside, the only way you're going to get to the courtyard is from the house, then you ignore the heker tzir. It doesn't matter where the door opens to or where the hinges are, because you cannot enter the house from the courtyard. So you cannot say this is your entrance, because the only way you could go to the courtyard is from the house. If that's the case, if the only way you could go to the court from the house, then that would be the knisa to the chotzer.
Interesting. The back door of your house.
For example, Rabbi,
Yeah,
your
that
house,
would be mibayis lechotzer. However, if the courtyard has a gate that you could go from the outside to the chotzer and then go to the house, now it could be both ways. Now you go by heker tzir. So heker tzir, when it's not a clear entrance, could be both ways. Then you go, but it's a clear entrance. The only way you can get to the chotzer, it's from the house. So the knisa is to the chotzer.
So your backyard's fully fenced in. There's no way to get in.
Very good. The backyard fully fenced in, and the only way you get to your backyard is from the house. So even the heker tzir is going to the house. You would put, according to that Shuvas, that's from the Beiser brings on Shuvas Ma'aril, you would put this on the right side going to the courtyard. So again,
if it's not fenced in.
Again, if you go from the outside, now so could be the entrance to the court. You could go from the courtyard to the house. That will be the right from the courtyard going to the house, or could be going outside from the house to the courtyard. Then you go by heker tzir. What's called the entrance over here? Do I go to my courtyard? That's the entrance to the courtyard, or the entrance to the house from the courtyard. Then you go by heker tzir. Wherever again, heker tzir, according to most Rishonim, that's where the hinges are. And according to minhag Chabad, where the door swings to. Now, I'm going to bring also the Darche Moshe over here. We bordige the halachas ktanas v'oimeri the davke chai gavna shnei psuchim l'rshus harabim. You're talking about again, when you go by heker tzir, because you go from this side and the other side, you know right and left, you go by the hinges. Avol, that's another, like I said, that's another big nafkamina, again, from between how the world does it, the way Chabad doing it. Avol, mi bayis lecheder, ola aliyom. If you're going from your home, you're going upstairs to bedrooms. Some people have bedrooms upstairs. Mi bayis lecheder, or you're going from the main house to the bedrooms. Lecheder ola aliyah. Sheikir tashmiu motzoyim. So you can say that the entrance, let's say the hinges are opening to the house, not to the bedroom. Whether it's going to the room on the main floor, in the bedroom, or going upstairs. So obviously the main entrance is to the bedroom, not the main entrance is from the bedroom to the living room or to the dining room. In that case, it says clearly you ignore the hinges, you ignore the heker tzir.
The hallway.
Lo az linen was der heker tzir. Ele nicheno becheder de letzorcho yu osui. So the entrance is to the room, even though the door opens to the living room or to the dining room or wherever, to your hallway. The main thing of that then is to the bedroom, like Besachor of the Levush mentioned. Yeah, I'm sorry, what you said?
Even if it's a hallway that's going to go to the bedrooms, meaning it's going a hallway from your living room going to the bedroom.
We'll talk about the hallway now. So L'choira, the same thing will be, because you're going to the hallway to go to the bedroom. So Mimela, even though there'll be a door over there that opens to the living room, no, the main thing is going from your room to the bedroom. Yeah. לכן מוצא זה אפילו אחד פסוח לשוס הרבים, ואחד אינו פסוח לשוס הרבים, כיוון דעיקר תשמיש של כניסה ויציאה דרך שום, לא מגיחים בעיקר ציר. The main thing over here, it's where's the main room. You're going to the bedroom. You're not going from the bedroom to the living room. And the only way you could go there, it's from the main room. And Melee says, over there you ignore the heker tzir, you go where the main room you're going to. So according to this, ignore heker tzir, when there is an equal suffix, what is the entrance, what is the exit, then you go by heker tzir. Otherwise, you don't go by heker tzir, you go where the main room is. That's where you're going to. Okay. Now I want to bring over here, I skipped Badavka one Maharil, the Basir quote, because it was not clear the Lashon of the Maharil, but the Taz very much explains it. So I want to bring this over here. That's what the Taz says. Okay. The B'zei Sofik, he talks about the halacha when you're not sure which is the entrance. The B'zei Sofik is a man yamin lebia or leitzia. Al ken das in boser heker tzir. Umezei yeshtil me b'mezuzah shoysu b'pesach ha'pasuach mebayis l'chotzer. That's we already mentioned this. Im yishler achar yamin shela nichnas l'chotzer or achar yamin ha'nichas mechotzer l'bayis. V'adinu kach. Im ha'chotzer sosu mikol tzedodov b'li pesach. If there's no entrance, rag me bayis l'socho, azu ha'chotzer k'mo cheder. V'lo ichpat lon b'heker tzir adeles. Da filo meheker tzir b'soich ha'bayis, azin b'soich yamin ha'nichas m'bayis l'chotzer. Again, if there's only entrance to the courtyard, it's from the house, doesn't make it in where the door opens to, where the hinges are, you put it to the right side where you go to your courtyard. V'shom oisa mezuzah. Aval im yesh pesach. Michotzer lemovoi acher oilu shustarabim milvad pesach ha'pasuach l'soicho. There's another entrance to the courtyard from the outside. Oza azil boser heker tzir. Then it depends where the hinges are. Where the hinges are, this is the right side according to the most of the world, the way they understand, and according to Minhag Chabad, where the door opens to. Okay. The be'ez tzad, the yesh heker tzir, ha'pesach nechshav k'mo bayis. V'azil b'sor yamina nichnas l'soicho. Okay. Then it says, v'roisi rabim nevoichim b'zeh. The Taz right. I see many people have confused on this Indian. Harve pon lochem kesavti. Umuvor shamod b'tshuvas Maharil shom. V'im yesh beis ha'choyref. I mentioned from the Levush, but it's already older than the Levush. It's from the Maharil. V'cheder godel. Kol echad yesh lo pesach l'chotzer. ובאויסה החדר יש בו חדר קוטן, ויש לו שני פסוחים, אחד לבית החורף ואחד לחדר הגודל, אז אין בפסח חדר הקוטן, בוא צריך קרצית. No, it talks about a different scenario over here. You have to the house two entrances. You have two entrances to the house. Between the two and the house, there's another room with two doors on it. There's another room inside the house with two doors. So you go from here, that's the right side. You go from the other door, that becomes the left side. Where you put over there, since it's an equal suffix, you go after the hinges. Okay. Okay. Now I just want to bring over here. So again, I just want to, before I go to the minhag Chabad, which is very very unusual. I want to summarize this. So when you have a suffix, when there's a suffix, what is the entrance? Then you go at the heker tzir. According to most, like I said, the heker tzir, where the hinges are, that's called the right side, from where you coming to the house, where the hinges are, from the other side, from the right, that where you're coming to the house. And according, like I said, to minhag Chabad, that where the door swings to. And when you cannot get to the room, a closet, the only way to get to the closet, we spoke about the closet. If it's a big closet, more than arba amas, it should be a mezuzah over there. When the only way to get the closet from the outside, then doesn't matter what the closet opens to, or what the hinges are, it's going to be always to the right side from the room going to the closet. Or we said in the bedrooms, according to what we just learned, the bedroom's always going to be on the right side going from the house to the bedroom, because that's the main room you're going to. You're not going from the room, the bedroom, to the living room. So that's going to be always on the right, regardless of the heker tzir. Here is the minhag Chabad that's a little bit different, and I'm going to say also what people in Chabad making a mistake over here. It says like this. He brings over here from the Rebbe Maharash, also Rabbi Yankov Landa Olav Shalom, the Rav of Bnei Brak. He was the Rav, the Poisek by the Rebbe Rashab in the house. So he also brings from the Mesorah from the Rebbe Maharash. It says like this: Shohelchem achar heker tzir, and he says afilu boisa balkon. That's the porch, meaning like this. Mirpeses. Meaning like this. Balcony. Very good. You're going from the house to the balcony, to the porch. You're going to the house. So and let's say it's fenced in or gated. There's no way to coming from the outside. And let's say I'm not doing the sliding door now. That's the sliding door. It's a different. But I'm talking about now. If the door is, you have a door opening and closing to going to the porch. So where are you going to put the mezuzah? So lichoira, but the way we just learned now, there's no way to get to the porch but from the house. Where are you going to? The porch is gated. Lichoira, going to the porch, we're going to ignore the heker tzir. It says no. It's Kabbalah from the Rebbe Maharash. Inside the house, we're always going to go after heker tzir. So if the door, the hinges on the right, and the door swings to the porch, you're going to put it over there on the right. And if the door, the hinges on the left side of the house, and the door opens inside the house, then you're going to put it on the right side, like you're coming from the outside of the porch. So they ask the Rebbe Maharash, so how are you supposed to go in? It's derech bi oscha, from the right, you're coming from the outside, but I'm not coming from the outside, from the porch over here, because the only way going inside and outside of the porch is from the house. So how could you say the right side of the entrance? It's not an entrance. It's the only way you could enter the house if you exit first. So the bioscha will be on the right. Why you care if it opens to the house, the hinges on the left side inside the house, it's going to be on the right side. On the outside, you put it over the mezuzah. So he says, you know what he says? So he says, climb from the outside, climb. So according to this, the way it comes clear, anytime the room has a window, any window in the room inside the house, that you could climb from the window, it's not normal entrance, will go inside the house by heker tzir. Again, most of the world going to the bedroom, we mentioned everybody, all the rishonim, the achronim, the main room. If that's the only way you can enter the room from inside the house, you put on the right as you enter the room, regardless of the hinges. That's called bioscha. That's how you come in. According to minhag Chabad, if there's a window in that room, and there's a porch, you could climb from the gate and come inside the house, that's called, then you go by heker tzir. and the hinges opening on the right side from the porch from the outside, or on the right side from the room going to the living room. Let's say the door is open to the living room, not to the bedroom, huh?
Hecker tzir wouldn't matter though.
No, according to
the
most
house
of
is
the
more
world,
important than
heker tzir would not matter. You're always going to put the right side entering the bedroom. According to Minhag Chabad, if there is a window in the room or it's a porch that you could climb from the outside in, you go then by heker tzir.
Again, hecker tzir wouldn't matter if it's a porch, because clearly the house is more important than the porch.
Again, but I'm telling you, in the Minhag, you are right. According to most of the world, they go where the ikar room is, by sachoyrev, the bedroom. There wouldn't matter heker tzir over there. In Chabad, if there is a way to get to the room, even from the window, climbing from the window, from the porch, from the outside, then you go by heker tzir. If it's opens to the room, you put on the right where you're going to the room. If it's opens to the house from the bedroom, you put on the right side over there. Now, it's a very, very unusual. However, I want to point out there's one nekuda of it. There's a lot of making. I saw it in many places. They go so strong on heker tzir, even on the doors that open to the outside. We're talking about going from the outside to the house. If the door is open to the outside, they put the mezuzah on the right side with the heker tzir. Meaning, when you come in, sometimes the mezuzah could be when you're coming from the outside on your left. Any door that's coming from the heker tzir, when there's a shaila from the outside coming to the house, outside doesn't need mezuzah. Outside potter from the mezuzah. What's needed is the house. So you're coming to the, who cares what the hinges are? You're coming to the house, should be on your right. And I saw a lot of places they put the mezuzah, they're so strong about this, with the Kabbalah from the Rebbe Maharash, heker tzir, that's what matters. It says clearly, the Rebbe brings over here clearly, Aval hanalu milvada delosas hayotzes lechotzer al reshus harabim. Any door goes to the courtyard or the reshus harabim, that you don't go by heker tzir, even according to the Kabbalah from the Rebbe Maharash, because that's the outside is, how could you put on the right side going to the outside is a potter of the mezuzah. Elamai, the only heker tzir that's inside the house, and when there is a window or way to climb into the room, then you go by heker tzir. Again, to summarize this, by the most of the world, the main room you walk in, you ignore the heker tzir. The bedrooms, you're always going to put on the right door. It doesn't matter where the door opens to, where the hinges are. And according to Minhag Chabad, you will put it on the right side by where the hinges are, where the door opens to, that's going to be the right. If there is a window, if there's no windows, like closets, or you're going to the Reshus Harabim, you're always going to put on the right of entrance to that room. Shkoyach.